What's up, everybody? My name's Genesis Lorraine, and welcome to video log number 2 of learning how to become an online internet musician slash content creator slash coach slash whatever, just taking my skills online. If you've been following along, you know that this is still like the infancy of my journey. I've recently walked away from my other full-time endeavors to try to pursue this full-time because I really want the artistic freedom to create whatever I want to create and the ability to connect with an audience that actually makes sense for me and who I am. So in these video logs, I discuss the problems that I'm facing, how I'm solving them, and then I share my solutions with you. I really want this to become conversational. So if you're out there trying to become a content creator and starting from scratch, not really knowing what you're doing, it'd be cool to connect. So as you probably know, my main thing is music. I've been a singer my whole life and a music teacher most of my adult life. I actually slept in my car to put myself through music school, so you could say that I'm pretty committed to the field. For the past 5 years, I've worked full-time as a piano bar entertainer, and I've gotten to travel the world and learn tons of songs and really hone my stage craft. But one of my pain points has been trying to transition that online. So the pain point that I'm discussing today is this past week, how hard it was for me to just organize myself and get enough content out there. Anyone out there who's attempted content creation or thought about it or looked into it, or probably people who are doing it right now, know that it's very overwhelming to try to figure out which platform should I prioritize. I know I need to be on all of them. How do I schedule my content? How do I organize my content? And what do I make my content about, et cetera, et cetera. For me, I've done a lot of starting and stopping. Like, I'm really good about scheduling myself, and then I'm also really good at trying to do too much and then falling apart a little bit. And I went through that familiar cycle last week. So last week I did really well. I filmed and edited every single day. And then on Friday and Saturday, I just hit a personal mental wall. I was spinning in circles. I couldn't focus on any one thing at a time. It was kind of like, well, which task do I do first? So of course I did a brain dump and I listed all of my tasks out and then tried to prioritize them. And I also took some time to reflect on this habit that I have of overwhelming myself and then kind of self-sabotaging by doing that. To solve that problem, I really dug into the idea of working smarter and not harder. So I spent the weekend developing this content creator social media rulebook for myself. I'm gonna link it below, and I really want to know, if you download it, does this help you? Does this look too familiar? What are your pain points when you try to implement something like this? I'm definitely far from quitting, and I know that I'm playing a long game. Some weeks are going to be slower than others. It's the rule of thirds, right? One out of every 3 days is going to feel great, one out of every 3 days is going to feel awful, and one out of every 3 days is going to feel like meh. Trying to embrace that and allow that to become not just something that I have to fight with, accept, and grapple with, but allowing that to become a guide to push me through as I reinvent the way that I'm creating art, reinvent the way that I'm thinking about art, trying to hold a lot more stamina. So that's today's episode. It's not super deep. I would really like to know what kind of things would help you, what information would be interesting to you to know about my journey. Obviously, I can talk a lot about my internal world, my limiting beliefs, and my mental struggles. It's like climbing through a spider web every single day at this point. I can talk about learning the tech, microphones and cameras and ring lights, editing. I'm actually completing a VFX course right now, and I could show you guys a lot of things. I've also learned to go high level, which has been an enormous eye-opener for me as I figure out what online sales look like and how I'm supposed to be monetizing my music. As a creative, it's a taboo subject for a lot of us, how to make money off of what we do. But I've really come to believe that if you're driven to make art, it's actually more selfish for you not to share it than it is for you to figure out a way to get it in front of people. If you have a message and something to say, something that's intriguing, something that you think can add to the great human conversation, you have a responsibility to add it. It's God within you. So I'd be happy to share any of that kind of stuff with you guys as well. Just let me know what you're interested in the comments, and I'll actually link the app that I'm using that's built into Go High Level. It's designed specifically for musicians, but if it's something you want to take a look at, I'd be happy to talk to you more about it. So that's it it for today. I'm working on my Running Up That Hill cover because Stranger Things, duh. But I also wrote a new song last week that I'm super excited to share. It's essentially about partying while the earth is burning down, which I feel like we can all kind of relate to right now. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a clubbing song. If you want to support my music more, I would invite you to go to identitycrisis.vip. One of my primary goals as I establish myself online is to give people downloads of my original music and see if I can find my tribe. I'm releasing one of these video logs every Monday. This is only my second one. So if you are into watching the journey, literally from the beginning and all the messy bullshit that's going to happen, click that subscribe button, follow along, and I'll catch you later.